Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yeah, sorry, I got Jungle Jim's trip. You know how that goes. We trying to finish up some of our last minute shopping for Thanksgiving this week. I still did not get it all done. There was like 4 things on the list that were out of stock. Oh Lord, it's been one of those months, I guess. It's not all bad. This weekend was fantastic. I know I saw everybody that I see commenting on here at Beer, Booze, and Bonks. Thank you guys for coming out to the festival. I think it was an absolute blast. We definitely some things that we learned and some things that we will change or improve next year. So if you have complaints, feel free to forward them on. We are going to try to put together a meeting this week to kind of decompress about it all, debrief the festival, figure out what went right, what went wrong, and what we can do differently next year. So, let's see. Marco is getting to-go food and having a truth. Julia's having Wiedemann's Java Mama Pumpkin Spiced Coffee Blonde that she won at the Straight Hill Street Climb. I believe that was the day after Beer, Booze, and Bonks. Zach says, I definitely should have played you. Dell was too good. Dell is a ringer, you guys. That's all he does is foal on the weekends, I think. He's part of like one of the foaling leagues. He's really good. You should not play him. Let's see. Zach says it wasn't as good as I thought. Zach says I will say the after party wasn't as fun as I thought. I don't think too many people stuck around. Yeah, that was our biggest fail, was the after party. Either communicating it to people what it was supposed to be, or executing it, or a little bit of both. That's definitely on our radar of either changing or just getting rid of next year. It was supposed to be pull all the beers, get them on tap as quick as possible, cheap $5 pints with foaling, just kind of keep going, almost like a separate event. Like picture if you go to a beer festival and then the next day you show up to that bar and it's just the tap list is full of all of those incredible beers, but they're extremely cheap. That was what the after party was supposed to be, and it didn't really pan out the way we anticipated. So we're aware of that. A lot of confusion at the end. Yes. So we'll figure some stuff out for next year. If the after party exists next year, it'll look a little bit different. More than likely, though, it probably won't exist. I have to go check and make sure I closed the door to the basement because my kids are still awake. Or my kid is still awake, I should say. Give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back. I just have to make sure it's closed. And it is. Sorry, it's been a heck of a day. I need to crack open a beer, though. I need a beer after the chaos of my life. So close to things kind of getting to some not even normalcy. Normalcy is not the right word because it's never going to be normal. Some kind of stability, we'll say. No, stability is probably not even right. Something else. I'm going to crack open a psychopathy. I don't know the last time that I drank one of these. So it seemed appropriate. Shout out to the guys at Mad Tree for sending me home with a bunch of beer when I was over there for a show. And we need to talk about brewcasts because, as I'm sure all of you noticed, there was not one this morning. Let me dive into this first, and then we'll talk about that. If you aren't aware, Psychopathy is Mad Tree's kind of flagship IPA. Let's see what they call it on here. They just call it India Pale Ale. It is bright, citrusy, and floral. It says India Pale Ale. Alcohol by volume 6.9. Tap in. It's pronounced Psych Hop a Thee. They get a lot of mispronunciations of this one. And it doesn't really tell us anything else about it on the can. We'll have to drink it to figure it out. So it is slight haze, orangish yellow color, foamy white head, and it is citrusy. Citrusy and floral, just like it said. Yeah, it's a solid West Coast, delicious IPA. I don't know why I don't drink that more often. It's not as like bitter as I remember. I mean, it's definitely a bitter beer, but not the way I remember it being. It's got some softness to it and definitely some fruit. It's a good beer. Let's see. Going back, Lee says that he's doing a Marco, having a truth. Look at us. We're all drinking truth and psychopathy. Julia says for the first year of a fest, thought it went really, really well. Thank you. Marco replying to Zach says, craft parenting podcast and blog that Arlie and I were there. Who were you expecting? Pete Davison and KK? I don't know who KK is. Zach says, I think some people who got VIP tables weren't too happy because they had other people sitting at them, or they said they didn't seem to be much of VIP. I don't know. I do know as far as VIP goes, I felt like anyone could sit at the VIP section. No way to determine who was VIP. Yeah. So the tables themselves had all of the VIP tables sold. All of those tables would have been reserved. Because not all of them were sold, there were some tables that anybody could sit at. The VIP ticket got you either early entry or the VIP, or the after party. Got you a and this was another communication error. Some of what was being called VIP tickets were not actually VIP tickets. VIP was like I believe a table was the way it was kind of laid out, and then there were some people that thought they had VIP because they got the early entry and stuff too. Some major communication things is the biggest thing. Vernon says, I wasn't able to make it to the event on Saturday, but I was out Fulling Warehouse today for a work outing. Great place and a great time. Wish I could have made it on Saturday. There was probably some really good beer on tap today if you were there. I bet today a lot of those are on now. I bet they got it all figured out. And let's look just out of curiosity and see what their tap list says it is. I do promise that all of the things that any of you thought were not as smooth, all of the things that you thought were not as smooth as they could have been or were confusing, we are definitely going to be talking about it, and we will be adjusting for next year. Let's see. So, yeah. Those are all cans. Gluten-free. This is the downside to having, however many beers that they have. There's sorting through all of goodness gracious. Yeah, I don't feel like flipping through all this to... All right, there we go, draft. Okay. Never mind. They don't have. Oh wait, there's another one. Their organization on their Untapped is a little lacking. But yeah, Love Letters on, Auto is on, that Adventures of Hobo Swaggins is on, Lost Positives, the West Coast IPA is on, Newport Punk or Funk, depending on what we decide to, what we actually decided to call it. That's on right now. Bananas Foster Fuji is on. Hollow Point is on. Oh yeah, there's tons of great stuff on right now. So if you go following this week, it's a good time. Let's see. Marcus says it went well. Zach said I loved the event and the beer was good. Too many beers to get to. I think I tried everything. Matt says so much of it was too amazing for me to notice any flaws. Good job. Thank you. I do appreciate the guys, and I am happy with the way the festival went. Don't get me wrong. But the things that I saw that didn't go the way I wanted them to are very, very glaring in my face because I guess because I'm so close to it. So I guess I could put the chat up on the screen for you guys. I know most of you guys are on Facebook, but I think I saw one or two people up on YouTube. Sorry, I'm trying to hear if somebody's crying upstairs. Yeah, somebody's definitely crying. Can't tell if it's the baby or the 4-year-old. Hang on, let me text my wife real quick. Guys, I'm sorry about this. It really has been, festival aside, the last couple weeks have been really, really rough in my life. So I mean, it's really crazy. The last couple weeks have had extremely high highs and extremely low lows is the best way to describe it. And Julia said, "Didn't you have the baby monitor down there at one point?" I did. It's back upstairs. So it's back upstairs. We'll just make the story short. It's back upstairs. Lee says, sorry, I don't do the Facebook. That's okay. I have no problem with that. That's why we stream it as many places as we do, so that anybody can have access wherever they want to. I think it's even on Twitter if you like Twitter. I'm torn on just about every social media platform. I really like Instagram a lot. Instagram is the one place that it's not streaming because it is such a pain to try to get something to stream to Instagram without just streaming straight from the app. So getting it to stream to Instagram in addition to other stuff is nearly impossible unless you have a separate phone set up that just does Instagram, and ain't nobody got time for that. If you guys heard, if you caught my little brief live stream at the end of last week, I'm in the process of quitting my job. I was hopefully nobody from my work is on here listening to this, but the intention was to give them a nice notice. I was told today that they are concerned about the amount of notice that I gave them. So I have to now deal with that side of things. Thought I was being nice. Lesson being for anybody who in the future is looking to leave their job, don't worry about anybody else but yourself. That's what I'm learning. At the end of the day, the only person that is going to look out for you is you. And the only person that you should be concerned about in that situation is you, which is terrible. But I'm learning that lesson this week. It's just an added little layer of stress on top of everything else that's going on in my life, which is something that I definitely don't need. So I did not pull any labels this week because the festival and then how the rest of the weekend has shaped up. We spent Sunday morning we kind of just lounged around. I cannot even begin to describe how sore my legs were the next day. The pain was unreal. I was afraid that I was going to have a bit of a hangover, and that was fine. I was good. I paced myself very nicely throughout the day and kept water filtered in throughout everything else. So no hangover. I was good. But man, I was so sore. It was rough. So I lounged around for a good half of the day. Watched a little football, and then cleaned the house for the other part of the day. And so we spent all this time just getting the house put together, trying, because we have family coming over for Thanksgiving, and it took a nice chunk of time to get all that together. And then I walking in the house today after the grocery store, and it looks like a hurricane came through and just destroyed the place again. you look at that, and it's tough. It's tough to try to keep up with it. It's very stressful, very, very difficult, and I don't sleep enough as it is, and like I'm just tired, and yeah. This is not an excuse to this is not an outlet for me to sit here and just complain about stuff, but it is like right now I'm feeling like worn out, very worn out. But we'll get back to it. The Brewcast, which all factors into this, all of it factors into why I am so worn out. The Brewcast, I was going to, after today's show, I was going to do it the other day, and I other stuff came up, and I couldn't get the show together when it was supposed to happen, so that's fine. I'll record Monday night after Weekly Pint, and I'll get it up Tuesday, bright and early for people. It was going to be a show just kind of talking about my future plans and how the new job, or whatever you want to call it, factors into that. Some of the stuff that I've been working on, some of the stuff that I have planned for the near future. But when you fire up the Weekly Pint an hour late, or close to an hour late, it makes it really hard to then record a show after it. Because I got to go to bed. I got to get up at 5:30 in the morning. So that plan is not probably going to happen the way I wanted it to. I'm sort of scheduled tomorrow for next week's Brewcast, and I won't call anybody out or anything, but I fired off an email, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, just trying to confirm the day, and didn't hear back. Fired off an email last week confirming the date, and didn't hear anything back. So I actually don't know if I have a Brewcast this week scheduled or not. Yeah. All right. So the 4-year-old. So my wife is still upstairs trying to get the baby asleep, and the 4-year-old came up, and he saw her, then started screaming because he wanted her. Wife has a headache. Everybody's grumpy. The entire house is grumpy. Everybody's yelling at each other. Yeah. Julia says you can call Marco out. The guy's never available when you need him. No, it was not Marco's fault. We'll figure something out. I will do my absolute best to make a show this week. It may end up just being a show of me sitting in my backyard at 6 a.m. on Thanksgiving, smoking a turkey and just talking to myself. That may be next week's brewcast. We'll see. Yeah, it's tough. Our BC's tomorrow. That's the other problem too, is that, my wife is exhausted and doesn't feel good either, and so trying to get out and record a show this week, even with the show that was scheduled, is an ordeal, and creates unneeded stress in the house, and nobody. It's tough. It's really tough. I feel like this is a depressing episode. Maybe it's just depressing for me. Julia says, "Fair enough. Happy wife equals gnome lives another day." I don't know. I don't know if it increases my chances of another day of life or not, or if the stress is eventually just going to get to me. I'm just going to keel over. Looking forward to Thanksgiving. Hopefully that'll be a smooth day. We go somewhere for the actual Thanksgiving, and then on Friday is when we do ours here at the house, and smoke a turkey and sit around and feast and watch football. Bearcats play on Friday this year, and so that's fun. It'll be all right, hopefully. It's supposed to be cold. Cold, but sunny. So, fire up the fire pit outside and a propane heater, and stay warm enough to sit out there and have a beer and a cigar. So, there's this little window in the mornings where the kids are still asleep, the wife is still asleep, the house is quiet, the neighborhood is quiet. That it is a little more enjoyable than not that my life is not enjoyable. My kids and my wife are awake. That's not what I'm saying. But quiet is a very welcome part of any morning. Let's see. Bruckner wants to know if I'm drinking anything special this year. As far as on Thanksgiving, I'll probably pull some kind of lambic out of the cellar. I keep a lot of Dre Fontaine, and I've got some of the cheaper kind of lambics, the Cuvée Rene from Lindemans and stuff like that. I usually pull those out when I'm eating a big meal like that. Maybe some of the urban stuff, depending on if anybody else is drinking it with me. Saison is one of my go-tos with dinner. So I got some of the Tank 7 from Boulevard. I haven't had it in forever. They've got it in cans, so I grabbed a 4-pack of those. And then I don't know. We'll see what else is. Probably still have some Oktoberfest that needs drank. Zach says, "Are we still good for December 1st podcast?" Yes, if that's the date that we said. Yes, we are good for. Yeah, somewhere. We'll connect about that, man. Vernon says, "What time are you having us over for that on Friday?" If you want to watch my kids, you can come over anytime you want. It'll be fun. And then we've got Dark Charge coming up the following week, so December 4th, Dark Charge Day. I'm pumped about that. I've been drinking a couple Dark Charges here and there, just trying to clear some space in the cellar. I try not to let it get too crazy in the beer cellar, so I try to drink those as much as possible, but sometimes it's hard. Pius, I don't remember how to pronounce it. Bapausaurus. I actually don't know if I have any of that in the cellar. I like my favorite urban dino beer is still Stegosaurus, the cherry one. Still my favorite. I think I drank some of that last year. That might work. I just read it off the label. um, yeah, I'm excited for urban next year, bringing back some non fruited beers, some non sour beers, some just kind of some good funk and some things that I really enjoy drinking with food. Zach wants to know if I've had any Christmas ales yet. I had the holidays from Mad Tree, which I don't know if you count that. It's a spruce tip IPA. I had a Sierra Nevada Celebration today while I was shopping. Again, if you count that as a Christmas ale. I've not had like any traditional like winter warmers or anything like that. But I've definitely had some Christmas themed beers. I think those are probably the only two though, the Celebration and Holidays off the top of my head. So far, I'm just not ready for it quite yet. It's I'm still holding on to every ounce of warmth. Zach says I got a Celebration in the Mystery Machine. That's a good deal. The Mystery Machine, I love the Mystery Machine. It's one of my favorite parts about our festival. It'll get some tweaks next year too. The beer will be this year. It was probably like I don't know, probably close to 10-1 of not amazing beer to great beers. Next year it'll be a little that ratio will be a little closer to what people want it to be. Yeah, Bumbleberry and Founder Session IPA. Those are both good ones. We did, I think. Well, I know because I had to build a bunch of prize packages. We did 8 golden cans, where if you got the golden can, you got a prize package, which just ended up being gnarly gnome swag. So we'll tweak that next year. We'll hopefully get some swag from other people, so that I'm not spending. Well, I think it came out to $200 and something bucks worth of stuff that I gave away. Not that I'm upset about giving stuff away, but we'll have some other stuff thrown in there. Maybe instead of it just being the golden cans, we'll have some like a can that's just a T-shirt from somebody, and hey, I got this can and it has a gift card, whatever. So more winning cans in there for people to really have fun with the Mystery Machine beer, the Mystery Beer Machine, even more. Julia says next year's gold can, Utopias, is what I'm hearing. I doubt that next year. Utopias will be even rarer next year than it was this year. It was floating around, though. I don't think I'm supposed to say that out loud because it would be very illegal to drink that, especially at an event like that. But there was a bottle floating around. So if you got a taste of that, consider yourself lucky. If you didn't, at some point we'll hook you up. All the more reason for it to be a gold can win. Yeah, we'll do some fun stuff. So yeah, brewcasts are a failure this week, maybe even next week. Work is a colossal failure this week. My house is a complete failure this week. It's a absolute shit show upstairs. Sometimes you feel like you are you take one step forward and 3 steps back. It's yeah. I'm working on the blog. I'm working on a couple things. The first one, I put out something on Facebook or something somewhere, a story post, I guess, about this. Brewbound put out an article today about the ball cans and not just a shortage, but the price is going up. Somebody's calling the drunk line. Hello, you're on the Weekly Pint. Who is this?
Well, hello, Noam. This is Marco.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy? Hey, I just wanted to call in. This is the Weekly Pint before Thanksgiving, Black Friday, everything that's happening.
It is.
I wanted to call in also because, we've talked a lot about, interacted a lot about beers, booze, bonks today on Weekly Pint. I just want to tell you, great job, man. Fantastic work between everybody that was involved, you and Cincy by the Pint, and the Fulling Warehouse, the sponsor breweries, which are Cartridge and Third Eye. Really enjoyed ourselves and can't wait to see how the event turns out next year. Congratulations to you. And I wanted you to hear it audibly on one of these platforms that you have to say congratulations. And I think this is definitely something that has legs, and Truth Beer Pod, happy to be along with you with the ride and help. I know I'm speaking for two people at that moment, but Julie and I have said that. So if you want to slide some stickers into the gift bags next year, well, we'd be happy with that. But really, the event went well for the first year of an event. So congratulations to you and all hosting parties involved.
Well, I appreciate it, and thank you guys for being there. It made it a lot more fun for me to have people that I enjoy hanging out with and having a beer with. So thank you for supporting the event. I know that something like this, especially with it being the first year, it could go either way. It could be awesome, or it could be a complete train wreck. So I appreciate everybody believing in us that we could put something like this on.
Well, we had a great time, so congratulations. I'll keep it short, but I just want to say to the Cincinnati craft beer community out there, happy Thanksgiving. Do all of your celebrations responsibly, and go support everybody local releasing anything, and also support your local podcaster, vlogger, whatever they may be, whatever you find interesting, or find something new that you haven't listened to around the area. Give all of the people that create content about Cincinnati beer a shot, and let's see what we can do to finish out the year, and start 2021 as a continuing supportive group for each other. And I can't wait to see what you have coming up as you continue to grow what is your passion. And congratulations and best of luck. I'm sure that we and all the people that are communicating with you on this forum are going to be supporting you in your future endeavors as you leave what is a very, in the work world, it's a safe kind of, reliable job, and you're going to go and be your own thing. So congratulations to you, and let's support you and your entities as much as we can. And cheers to Thanksgiving, and we'll talk soon. I am going to get off now because I don't want to ramble, which I will save rambling for my own show with Julia, which is Truth Beer and Consequences, where Julia and I we listen to and then recap all of the Cincinnati craft beer podcasts, and then we give our own version of the truth. You can catch Truth Beer and Consequences on any of your podcast forums. Usually drops Friday evening after 8 o'clock. but there might be a special nugget about this coming Friday being Black Friday. Catch us, like, share, and then unlike, unshare, and then like and share again. And thank you, Noam, for all the help that you have given Truth, Beer, and Consequences throughout what is so far 16 episodes. So thank you, buddy.
Before you jump off, what is the Black Friday release that you are most looking forward to?
Well, that's a great question. First of all, I cannot be at any of them because I, in my full-time job, am going to be fully immersed in retail catastrophic natures. If I could be at any of them, I would really love to be at, because I'm from, that side of town. Julia may have a different answer, which she's entitled to her opinion. She's wrong. I would love to have some family tradition over at Sonder, which I probably won't have because I'm not going to be in line, or I'm not going to, do their, thingy thing with the online whatever, because Julie's not there to help me with my credit card, do those things. But anyways, yeah, I would love to have some, but the experience is part of it, right? I'd love to have some family traditions. I'd love to tradition. Excuse me, I put the S on it, like people say Walmart's or Saunders and those kind of things. But family tradition, I'd love to be able to share that or have that moment and experience with many of the people that I know on the Sonder team that I've known before they were actually Sonder. So I'd love to have that, and I probably won't. But to everybody who's going to go and sit in a lawn chair or a folding chair, or have runny noses and share Griefontaines or any of that stuff, good on you. Go enjoy yourselves, and I will bounce the question back to you, which is called porcupining, where which one are you most excited about?
Porcupining. I think you just made that up.
I did not. That's a sales term. Look it up.
I'm going to Google it when we're done. I think that family tradition is the one I'm looking forward to the most. I think I have to sit down and actually, I need to get it all compiled probably tomorrow morning, honestly, to get it up for people to be able to see all the stuff that's coming out. Brink's got a good release. Obviously, Listerman's doing the Ray Rays. There's a bunch coming out of West Side. I mean, there's a ton of really great stuff. But those family tradition bottles last year from Sonder definitely have me excited to see what they do with it this year. And they did finally release the variants today, and the pricing, that's the one thing I'm not excited about. $20 for a 500 milliliter bottle is it hurts, but
okay.
But I trust them.
Okay.
All
right.
So
just to clarify, porcupining is answering a question with a question. So
gotcha.
You asked me a question, I asked you the same question back, although I did give a long answer to that. So, but anyways, true story. I get you. I did not look at the prices because my father told me when I was young, if you ask how much it costs, you can't afford it. So anyway, I'm going to hop off here, and thank you. First time listener, long time caller. I will hang up and listen.
Well, thank you, Marco. Always appreciate the support.
Yeah, buddy. Great job.
All right.
Yeah, always.
All right. I'll talk to you later, man. All right. So, going back on that same line of discussion here before we kind of start wrapping things up with the weekly pint, the variants for this year, we have, I got my notes in front of me. We have the base, which is a Heaven Hill barrel. Those are $15. Limit 3 per person. We have a Fluffer Nutter for $20. We have Cherry Almond Crisp. I think it's crisp. It's written in the post as cherry almond crisps. I think it's supposed to be crisp. Those are also $20. Blueberry maple pancake, $20. Raspberry truffle, $20. So if you want to get the full set, just one of each, you're talking $95. So you're talking $100 for 5 bottles of beer, for 500 milliliter bottles of beer. That's tough. And then they have a glass that they're releasing this year, a Tiku glass, and then the family tradition T-shirts. Yeah. It's always hard this time of year. You've got a lot of big releases all at the same time. There we go. That must be a copy and paste because that also says cherry almond crisps, which I'm pretty sure is crisp. I'm excited about those. Westside does have some good stuff. My notes are a little chaotic because I haven't so High Grain is doing a bunch. They've got their bourbon barrel aged malt, which is an imperial stout, chai and vanilla bourbon barrel aged malt, maple and coffee bourbon barrel aged malt, and that one is a collaboration with Cincinnati Nature Center and Deeper Roots. And then a rye barrel aged malt. I really miss just having like a something like that maple coffee or vanilla coffee, like just something that's kind of more simple on the imperial stout adjunct side. Not that I don't love the other stuff that's happening, but it is fun just having some of those that are a little more. Not that that's basic, but a little more basic. Westside is releasing 4 beers on Friday. They're doing an imperial stout, a cold brew imperial stout, Mexican hot chocolate imperial stout, and then a re-release of their blonde stout. What else do we have here? Nine Giant. Nine Giant is doing cookies and cream heavy metal drummer. That's their Russian imperial stout, aged for 2 years in Buffalo Trace barrels. And then they're also going to dig into some of what they're calling their archives. So some of the older bottles that they already released, they have some stashed away, and they're going to pull those out, and they're going to let loose on those too. I'm late to the party. We have a grouchy teething 9-month-old who isn't sleeping, but I just want to say that Beer, Booze, and Bunks was a lot of fun. It was great to meet you, Jillian Marco. It was fun, guys. What else? That one's not. Sorry, this is the way stuff is organized here is not great. Yeah, so Ray Ray's at Listerman. Fretboard is doing Bourbon Barrel Aged Drummer Boy. I think that's the only one that they're doing. I will get a post up with everybody's Black Friday releases. It's already started. I just need to get it updated and get it posted. But it should be up. If not tomorrow, it'll be up probably Wednesday morning. Let's say Wednesday morning just to be safe. And then I'll give you a breakdown of what's dropping where, and if you want to go line up somewhere where you probably should do it versus where you might be okay showing up a little later. There are some of these that are releasing online that you could, in theory, go line up at one brewery and sit there in your chair sharing beers, order from another brewery and be hitting 2 releases at the same time, if that's your thing. If not, if you just want to go just to kind of hang out with your friends and grab some beer and not really stress about it, that is okay. Those days of stressing about a release, I hope, are over. Tim says, add Black Friday opening times if you have them. I have some of them written down. That's the idea. Now, it gets a little confusing with some of them, like Listerman, they are at at one time, I think I want to say 10. Look at the post. I want to say 10. They're going to go out and actually hand out order forms to the line, to the first 100 people in line, and then at noon is when they actually open, and those times may not be accurate. So it's times are tough. Times are adding times in there. I don't want to give people a false sense of security. If it says if one says that it is at 8 a.m. and one says it's at 10 a.m., you still might not be able to get to that 10 a.m. if you go to the 8 a.m., if that makes any sense. But yeah, I'm going to try to put them on there. That's the moral, guys. I'm sorry. My brain is completely shot. We'll go ahead and we'll start wrapping this up, guys. I have not been to a line share or to like an early release like that. I don't even know when. It's been a very long time. I personally love the online release idea where you can order it and then kind of just show up at your own schedule. And if you want to still show up and share some beers and take part in the event, you can, but you don't have to. And yeah, sometimes that's the difference of being able to make something and not if I'm able to just order it online. Oh Lord, guys, we will hopefully have a brewcast in the near future for you. I will definitely be getting some stuff out on Thanksgiving, or probably more accurately on Friday. I'll put some stuff out there. I'll walk you through what I'm drinking on Thanksgiving so you can see what we're pairing with our meal, and we'll do a bunch of stuff. So make sure you're following on social media. Probably Instagram is where I post the most of that kind of stuff. If you, Vernon says, can we do a beer share for Nomies? It's something that I've been playing around with. I don't know about a beer share is a little tougher. I've been wanting to do some kind of a happy hour thing that might be able to be tweaked a little bit into a beer share, but maybe, yeah, we might be able to do that. We might be able to work something out, especially if it's just for Nomies. But honestly, it would be fun to open it up to some other people too, to kind of make it a little bigger, a little more exciting. Yeah, it's definitely something that I'm thinking about now that we're hopefully getting, I don't even know how to. Are we heading out of COVID? I don't know how that works now anymore. Maybe as we get into some warmer weather in the spring, we can start thinking about some fun stuff that we could do like that. If you do like what I do and you want to be a Nomie and you want to get invited to any beer share that we happen to do, the best way to do it is to go to thenarlygnome.com/support, and you can support right there. Or if you like Twitter, you can get right on there and like tip within the Twitter app. I haven't done that yet. I haven't actually tipped anybody, so I don't know how well it works, but I am all set up. You get links right to I think Venmo, and links to my Patreon and all kinds of crap on there. So if you want to support that way, you can. It helps a lot. And I've got some fun boxes going out right now to some of the Nomies that have not gotten a swag box. If you've been supporting for a while and you haven't got a swag box, don't worry. You're still on the list, and I will get it there. For those of you who have, when I get this new store launched, which is probably coming right after the first of the year, there will be some new swag that comes along with that, and you guys will get some new stuff in the mail, hopefully. So that'll be fun. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all of you who made it out to Beer, Booze, and Bonks. We are doing it again next year, as far as planned right now. and it'll be even better than this year's. We're going to improve on all the stuff that didn't go the way I wanted it to, and the stuff that did go the way we wanted it to, we're going to make even better. So stick around for that too. And if you have any comments or feedback about how the festival went, please shoot them over to me in some kind of a message, an email or a message or something, and we'll talk about it this week because we got a lot to plan for next year. Thank you guys. I appreciate you taking some time to hang out with me. Let me pull up the music. I'm so ill prepared this day. As long as it's not on the 6th or the 20th of November. We'll see. I don't know the dates yet. Thank you guys very much. We'll be back next week. Same place, same time. Cheers, everybody. Have a good night. I hope my kids are asleep when I go back upstairs. Fingers crossed.